everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial on this makeup look here. This makeup look was requested to me through Instagram, I think. Yeah, Instagram. This is a full matte brown smoky eye. If I'm doing like a full smoky eye, I'll always tend to go for a black smoky eye. I've actually never done a full brown smoky eye, so this is actually really different for me and I'm absolutely loving it. It's not as harsh as what a black would be, it's just more soft and more complimentary. Yeah, I absolutely loved it and I hope you guys did too. So if you want to know how I got this makeup look, then just keep on watching. And don't mind all my eyelashes. I gave my wee babies a bath last night, so they were just lying out there last night to dry. I do have a video on how I clean my eyelashes. I'll actually link it down below in case you're interested in seeing it. I wasn't going to bother priming the face today, but I thought I may as well because I'm wanting to use this new primer from Primark, and this is their Prep and Perfect Hydrate primer. So I got this in the Primark up in Derry and I absolutely love the packaging. It's kind of like a matte soft touch. The packaging is just a squeezy tube and then it has this wee situation going on here and then it just kind of squeezes out. I actually really like that actually. That's probably far too much, but as you can see it just looks like a moisturiser. So I'm just going to buff this in with just a big fluffy brush. Ooh. Oh, I don't know what that smells like. It smells familiar. It smells quite nice though. I'm going to be mixing two foundations today. I have a Fresh Fake Tan on and I'm just going to mix these two for just for the sheer crack of it really. This is the MAC Studio Fix Flate in the shade NC30 and then this is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless 220. I'm just going to start just by buffing this in and then afterwards I'm just going to go back in with my beauty sponge to make sure it's all pressed into the skin. I'll never understand why my foundation always looks so yellow. I honestly swear it's not as yellow as it is in person. I often sometimes get comments about that, like, oh, your foundation's so yellow. And I'm like, no. It's my lighting. I promise, it's my lighting. If you love full coverage like I do, you will honestly love this wee concoction of these two foundations together. Honestly, it's such a nice finish, such beautiful coverage. I would say the finish is more of like a satin matte, I would say, but more on the satin side because the Maybelline is a matte finish because it's more suited for somebody with combination to oily skin, but then obviously we're putting the MAC foundation in with it also, which is more of like a satin finish. So it's kind of best of both worlds really, but the coverage is just absolutely amazing and it just lasts fantastic as well. Absolutely love it. And I also have a freshly shaved face as well, so my makeup is going to look even more fabulous this weekend. I have been loving this wee concealer recently. This is Can't Stop Won't Stop from NYX in the shade Alabaster, but one thing I will say is a little goes a long way. So I'm only going to do 8 lines underneath my eyes and then just a wee bit on my chin and then just kind of wipe off the excess and then just a wee bit down the centre of my nose. So whenever I'm blending out my concealer I always like to blend it around my mouth area. I always like to do my chin, but I don't actually apply any concealer around my mouth because I always bring the concealer from underneath my eyes down around my mouth area so that it all just like connects in the centre of the face and so that it's all just balanced out and stuff. There's a hair on my face. I also like to go over my cheekbones as well, so that I just don't have like a line as to where the concealer has stopped or anything. I just want to make sure that it's all buffed and blended out. I always leave my nose concealer for last because I just like it to dry and settle for a wee minute or two and then I like to go in and blend it out. By this stage I don't even think I need to tell you, but I'm just going to be using my usual. First off, I'm going to be using the MAC Prep and Prime. With this I just like to give just a light dust just over those areas where I did conceal and where I know I will crease throughout the day. And then with the Revolution Pro setting powder, this is just going to give me just that extra bit of brightness. This is the wee AOA Studio Wonder highlighter in the shade Cream Puff. I'm still trying to use this highlighter up. Still. But I just like to apply this first of all, just so it's like a wee rough scatter all over first of all, and then I like to go with my more intense highlight. So for today I'm going to be using the Beauty Bay Living My Best Light Delicate Highlight Palette. So these are the shades here. I always tend to go between these two shades at the side here, which is Dazzle and Precious, because this one is a wee bit too dark for my skin tone. It's more of like a peachy bronze, and then I'm just not really a fan of coloured highlights. This is like a silver pink highlight. This bottom one kind of reminds me of Flexitarian from Colourpop. This is the L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush. This is the wee bronzer from MEA Makeup Academy Cosmetics in the shade Solar. So as you can see, it's actually not a dark bronzer, it's actually quite like a neutral cool tone. So I would say you probably could contour with this, but I just like to bronze with it because it is quite nice and neutral. It's not too cool and it's not too warm. I just kind of find that it's just the perfect all over bronzing shade. No brows to brows. These are the two palettes I'm going to be using for today's tutorial. The first one is by Holly Boone, HNB Cosmetics. This is the Dare to Be Different palette. I have yet to use this palette and it is bogging. It's minging. How it got blue all over, I have no idea. Slightly heartbroken, but I'm not even going to get into it. Because we're going to be doing a full matte brown eye today, I really wanted to try out these shades here, especially these two. But I also have the Morphe 12NB palette, this wee mini palette here. So as you can see, it has a lot of like different tones of like transition-ish shades. And then it has like a dark brown, because I'm not too sure if the brown in the Holly Boone palette is going to be dark enough. It might be, but we'll see anyway. So I'm going to take this shade here, Rich. I'm going to take that on a dirty brush. Oh dear. I'm just going to start by working this just into the crease. I'm just going to start building up that intensity and that pigment first of all, and then we will start to actually buff and blend out into the upper crease and towards the brow bone. I'm actually pretty impressed with how big the pan sizes are in this palette though. Pretty big. So I'm just going to clean that brush off on myself. I'm not going to take any more product on the brush. I'm just going to lightly just dust all over that just to make sure it's completely blended out and just more seamless, and especially at that outer corner. Taking this shade here. I absolutely love this shade though, it just looks so nice and rich. So I'm also going to be applying this shade just really tight within that crease. Slightly lower as to where I applied that first shade, but just in that circular shape as well. Making sure you get right into that inner corner. Always keep your first brush handy because you always want to go back in with no product or just a wee bit of product, entirely up to you, and just keep on going back in to blend those shades together. I'm going to go back into that chocolate shade from the Holly Boone palette, and I'm going to take this just on a Jessup Luxe Soft Definer brush, but I'm now just going to pack that shade just all over the lid. If you're doing an eye look like this, you can start off with your transition shade and then apply a shade all over the lid and then buff it up to the crease, but I just like to work on my crease work first of all and get it perfected, and then go and pack on the shades. In my opinion, it's just making life easier for yourself instead of packing on a shade like I'm doing now and then having to go in and blend it out and buff it out, and I don't know, it's just kind of causing yourself a wee bit more of hassle. Whereas technically I'm pretty much nearly done. But I'm going to go back into that rich shade, the first shade that we took, and I just go too lightly just blend that. Love it. Ooh. I really like this. I'm going to take the first shade that we took, Rich, and I'm just going to run this just along my lower lash line. So I'm going to go into this next shade, Chocolate. chocolatey goodness. And I'm going to take this just on a flat brush. I had my finger stuck in that orange shade, and I'm just going to run that just right along my lower lash line. So next up for eyelashes, I think I might actually use a pair of these ones. So just off the top of my head, these ones are Cleo Beauty in the style Sugar Daly. These are BELLAGI lashes. I think they'll be a wee bit too much. No, I think I'm just going to stick with the Cleo Beauty lashes in the style Sugar Daly, which is these ones here. I'm stuck between these two MAC lip liners. This is Strip Down by MAC and Spice. I absolutely love Spice, but I've been using it so often recently, so I think I might use Strip Down. And then I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics Velvet Lipstick, and this is in the shade Birthday Suit. Okay guys, so this completes this makeup tutorial. I hope you all enjoyed. All the products will be listed down below in the description box, as well as my Snapchat, Instagram and Twitter, so don't forget to follow me on those. I will also list down below my Depop name as well. I have also added in a few wee bits of makeup. Whenever I say that, I mean one eyeshadow palette, but I'm slowly but surely getting there, trust me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.